My fiance said, my bachelorette is a 2-week trip to Europe with my ex. Don't be the controlling fiance, so I told her, have a safe flight. Then I canceled our wedding venue, hired a PI, and served her at the airport when she landed. When my fiance said her bachelorette trip would be a 2-week vacation in Europe with her ex, I didn't yell. I just smiled and said, have a safe flight. Then I canceled our venue, used the deposit to hire a private investigator, and served her with a lawsuit the moment she landed. I'm 32, my now ex-fiance, Natasha, 29F, and I had been together for 3 years and engaged for 8 months. Wedding was set for late October. Venue booked, deposits paid, everything locked in. I handled most of the planning because she said event planning stressed her out. Translation, I paid for everything while she got veto power. 3 weeks ago during dinner, she casually drops, so I've been thinking about my bachelorette party. Cool. I asked, Vegas with the girls? She pokes at her salad. Actually, Vanessa had a better idea. Something more meaningful. Vanessa, her best friend, the one who posts quotes about supporting women's choices every time someone calls out bad behavior. Like what? I asked. She goes, a trip to Europe, 2 weeks. I stopped chewing. 2 weeks? Tash, the wedding's in 6. That's cutting it close. She shrugs. It'll be fine. We'd leave in 10 days, back with 2 weeks to spare. Who's going? She hesitated. Red flag number 1. Me, Vanessa, Kelsey, and Devin. Devin? Your ex? Devin? She sighs, annoyed. He's part of our friend group, babe. It'd be weird to exclude him. This is the same Devin she dated for 2 years before me. The same guy she still liked every Instagram post from. The same guy who accidentally showed up to 3 of our dates before I said something. You want your ex on your bachelorette trip? I asked. She rolled her eyes. God, here we go. I knew you'd make this weird. How is this not weird, Natasha? Because we're adults, she said. Devin and I are friends. We've been over for 4 years. You need to get past your insecurity thing. Insecurity thing? Yeah, it's not attractive. I'm marrying you, aren't I? That should be enough. We argued for over an hour. Every concern I raised was flipped back at me. I was controlling, immature, not supportive. She even dropped the, if you really loved me, you'd trust me card. Finally, I just said, you know what? Fine, do whatever you want. Her face lit up. Really? Yeah, have a safe flight. She kissed my cheek and said, this is why I love you. You get it. I didn't get a damn thing. But I did start planning. The setup. The next morning, I called the venue to cancel. The coordinator said the deposit, $8,500, was non-refundable unless I had extraordinary circumstances. What counts as extraordinary? I asked. She said, illness, deployment, death in the family. Why are you canceling if you don't mind me asking? I said, my fiance is taking a 2-week trip to Europe with her ex-boyfriend as her bachelorette party. Long pause. Then, sir, I'll personally process this as an exception. You'll have your refund in 5 business days. God bless that woman. Next call, my buddy Trevor, who's a lawyer. Dude, he said, you're serious? She's really doing that? Yeah, I need a PI, someone good. He gave me a name by that afternoon. Dominic, ex-police, now private investigator. We met at a cafe. I explained everything. Dominic said, I can't follow them to Europe, but I can monitor socials, background checks, and hire a local contact abroad. It'll cost 8 to 12 grand. The venue refund would cover it. Do it, I said. The trip. Over the next week, Natasha was giddy. Shopping for clothes, FaceTiming Vanessa, planning outfits. You're being so supportive, she said the night before leaving. I knew you'd come around. The morning of, I drove her to the airport. She kissed me goodbye. Love you. I'll text when I land. Enjoy yourself, I said. I waited until her flight was in the air. Then I called Trevor. Hey, I'm going all in. Update 1, the PI's report. 5 days later, Dominic sent the first update. Subjects checked into a boutique hotel together. Adjoining rooms. Other 2 friends, Vanessa and Kelsey, are staying at a hostel 2 miles away. What? I called him. He confirmed. Devin's credit card paid for both rooms. Booked 6 weeks ago. Before she even told me about the trip. Then he sent photos. Natasha and Devin having dinner alone, holding hands, leaning close, walking through a plaza with her head on his shoulder. I felt sick, then calm. I called Trevor. What are my options? She used money you gave her for wedding expenses to fund this trip? He asked. Yeah, I sent her $4,000 for her dress and bachelorette costs. Dress was supposedly $2,800. Never saw receipts. Trevor said, that's fraud. We'll file for reimbursement and breach of promise. I'll draft a letter. Do it. Meanwhile, Natasha texted me daily. Miss you. Europe's amazing. Architecture here is stunning. I replied, sounds great. Have fun. All the while, Dominic's photos showed her and Devin together. The other friends were background extras at best. By day 6, she video called me, drunk, glowing. Just wanted to see your face, she giggled. This trip was exactly what I needed. Where are Vanessa and Kelsey? I asked. She hesitated. Oh, they went to a pub. Devin and I just had dinner. Just you and Devin? Yeah, they wanted to do their own thing. Cool. Sounds nice, I said. We hung up. 10 minutes later, I started canceling everything. Photographer, caterer, florist, DJ. Some deposits I lost, others refunded once I explained. Out of $32,000 spent, I recovered $14,000. I'd paid $28,000 of that myself. My mom called that night. Honey, the florist said you canceled. What's going on? I told her everything. Silence. Then, I never liked her. Update 2. The return. 2 weeks later, Natasha texted me her flight info. Can you pick me up? Sorry, I replied. Stuck at work. Grab an Uber? She sent an angry emoji. I didn't care. Trevor and I were already waiting at the airport, right by her gate. The lawsuit had been filed. $4,000 for fraudulent use of funds, plus emotional damages. When she walked off the plane, she was laughing with Devin. Then she saw me, and Trevor, and the envelope in my hand. Her face fell. Babe, what are you doing here? I handed her the papers. Natasha, you're being served for fraud and misappropriation of funds. What? She said, panicking. The $4,000 I gave you for wedding expenses. You used it to fund a romantic trip with your ex. That's fraud. Devin stepped forward. Dude. Shut up, Devin, I said. This doesn't concern you. She sputtered. You're insane. I used that money for the wedding. Really? Because I found a $2,100 travel charge on your card the same week I gave you that money. She froze. You lied about the dress cost, pocketed the rest, and spent my money on your ex. The wedding's canceled. We're done. She started yelling. Vanessa tried to calm her down. People stared. I walked out. Update 3. Fallout. Natasha lost it afterward, showed up at my apartment screaming, claiming I was ruining her life. I recorded it for evidence. And then she tried the sympathy tour, telling mutual friends I was controlling and abusive. Most didn't buy it, especially after seeing Dominic's photos. Even her sister Bridget called me. Is it true? About Devin? Yeah, she sighed. I told her it looked bad. She said you were cool with it. She lied, I said. Then you dodged a bullet, dude. Trevor filed the case. Her lawyer tried to claim harassment and defamation. Trevor shredded it. We subpoenaed her bank records, found travel charges, hotel receipts, Venmo payments between her and Devin with heart emojis. She'd been planning this for months. When she tried to empty our joint wedding savings, the bank called me. I'd already closed it. She showed up screaming about financial abuse. Then her mom called my family, spreading sob stories. My mom cut her off. Your daughter took a romantic trip with her ex using my son's money. He has receipts. Goodbye. 3 weeks later, Devin posted some cringe rant about modern love and cancel culture. The comments roasted him. He deleted it in hours. Natasha sent me a handwritten letter. I made mistakes. But I love you. Devin means nothing. Please, can we talk? I sent it to Trevor. More evidence, he said, grinning. Eventually, she settled. Paid back $4,000 in installments, $400 a month for 10 months, and signed a statement admitting she misused wedding funds. When we met to sign, she looked exhausted. Devin wasn't around. They'd already broken up. I really am sorry, she said quietly. I nodded. You thought you could have both, me and him. How'd that work out? She didn't answer. Aftermath. I lost about $14,000 total, but honestly, worth every penny. I found out who she was before I married her, before a mortgage, before kids. Some people said I was harsh. But she had so many chances to be honest. Instead, she gaslit and lied. The lawsuit wasn't about money, it was about accountability. And she got it. I'm doing fine now. Met someone new, told her the whole story. She laughed and said, wait, you caught your cheating fiance, hired a PI, canceled the wedding, and sued her? That's the most competent revenge I've ever heard. We've got our third date this weekend. As for Natasha? Last I heard, Devin went back to his old ex. Vanessa bailed. Natasha's living with her parents again, figuring things out. And every month, $400 hits my account. A quiet reminder that actions have consequences. Honestly, that's all the closure I need.